Few days ago, I thought the competition between Elon Musk and Mark is to get into the ring, box themselves, and of course, the judge will announce who won, or maybe Mark will knock out Elon, or Elon will knock out Mark. Well, unfortunately, that wasn't it. In fact, I think Elon was played. Mark had another different competition, not even talking about going into the ring to fight Elon. He has something really different, something he was working on in the secret. And this thing is called trends. So Mark just recently revealed a new app called Trends. And honestly, if you go into that app, because I just recently opened an account there. Of course, you can follow me on Adamslink. If you honestly open that app, you will see slight difference between Trend and Twitter. There is no much difference. It's almost the same setup and everything. And it seems like Mark re-employed all the staff that Elon sacked from Twitter and tell them, you know what, duplicate something really, really similar to Twitter that can beat Twitter out of the market. Well, competition is always really, really nice, but Elon Musk is not okay with this competition because he feels threatened. Did you know under 2 hours, Trend was able to gain 1 million subscribers, making it one of the fastest app in the world to gain 1 million subscribers immediately after launch. Facebook got 1 million subscribers when it was introduced to the public after 10 months. Netflix got 1 million subscribers after 3.5 years. Instagram got 1 million subscribers after 2.5 years. But Trend got 1 million subscribers just 2 hours. And now apparently is more than 10 million in less than 24 hours. And Elon Musk is not happy about that. He feels threatened. $45 billion investment just gonna go down just like that? Elon Musk is really finding it difficult now. But what do you feel in your Elon Musk when you treat Twitter like your personal business? When you treat Twitter like your private business? Anything that is for public, you can no longer treat it with emotions. Now you are telling people on how to log in, on how to go in. You introduce this verification dollar for verification. Now you are trying to limit the numbers of tweets someone can read a day simply because you are trying to bring this new moral to the world. Elon Musk said the reason why he decided to introduce it was because he wants people to spend time away from the app, that the app is becoming very, very addictive. Is that your business? It shouldn't be your personal business. That should, you leave that, you cannot control people's life because of your app. Telling people on how to come in and how to go out. Nah, stop, you can't. And people had enough. They wanted to show Elon Musk that, see, despite you have Twitter, doesn't mean you can control our life or how we log into that account. So, alternative, Mark just created another app, called it the Trend, and everyone is onto that app now. The new subscribers, the new people who open an account will definitely get the benefit of getting so many people to follow. Well, for the past few years, Mark has had competition enough. Like when Snapchat came out, Mark introduced Instagram story. When, of course, I can't say TikTok because Instagram was already there before Yeah, when TikTok came outside, Mark introduced Instagram Reels. When Twitter came out, Twitter has been there, and Mark now introduced Trend. The competition is good. They copy each other. So now Elon Musk is trying to sue Mark because what he wrote recently on his Twitter page, he said competition is fine, cheating is not. Elon lawyer wrote Mark, and he said, "Dear Zuckerberg, I write on behalf of S Corp, an assessor in interest to Twitter. Based on the recent report regarding your recently launched Trends app, Twitter has serious concern that Meta platform has engaged in systematic, willful, and unwillful misappropriation of Twitter trade, secret, and other intellectual properties. Over the past years, Meta has hired dozens of former Twitter employees. Twitter knows that these employees previously worked at Twitter, that these employees had and continue to have access to Twitter trade, secret, and other highly confidential information, that this employee owned ongoing obligation to Twitter, and that many of these employees have improperly retained Twitter documents and electronic devices. With that knowledge, Meta deliberately assigned these employees to develop, in a matter of months, Meta copycat trends app with the specific intent that they use Twitter trade, secret, and other intellectual property in order to accelerate the development of Meta competing app in violation of both state and federal law, as well as those employees' ongoing obligation to Twitter. Twitter intends to strictly enforce its intellectual property right and demand that Meta take immediate step to stop using any Twitter trade secret or other highly confidential information. Twitter reserve all rights, including but not limited to the right to seek both civil remedies and injunctive relief without further notice to prevent any further retention, disclosure, or use of intellectual property by Meta. Further, Meta is expressly prohibited from engaging in any crawling or scrapping of Twitter followers or following data. Well, so many other stuff. Accuse Mark for copycats, accuse Mark of for employing those sacked employees of Twitter, and so many other stuff, guys. So I don't know how the case will go. These are billionaire fights. I'm still going to enjoy the app. For those of you who sign in quickly, of course, you're going to enjoy the benefit of getting many, followers. Ever since I signed it, I think I have more than 200 followers. I signed it in less than 1 hour. I have like 200 followers already. And there are people who have signed in less than 1 hour. They have close to like 60,000, 80,000 followers. That's good, guys. Trends. Okay. Trend. I think it's about time our own guys as well from Africa start opening their own, hub. Do you think Africa will support their own brother hub as much as they are supporting Mac hub? The only reserve I have about Mac is that it made monetization really difficult for Africans. Monetization of Facebook content is not authorized for Nigerians, and that is extremely painful for me. It's extremely difficult for all that create content, many of us that create content on Facebook, to monetize our content. That's the only reserve I have about Mark. I feel the guy is greedy. really, really greedy. Honestly, that's the result I have about Mark. I feel he's greedy, guys. Mark is greedy. Like Twitter is trying to introduce a pay platform just like YouTube. Well, I think it will really, really hard for any of all those apps to unravel YouTube. YouTube is still the best for me. No, extremely no, there's nothing like YouTube. Thank you guys for watching the boy again. Adamslink. Have a wonderful day. Stay blessed.